Hey guys, what's going on? AJ Bodie here, back with another video. Today I want to talk about PTSD and trauma and how to kind of move on from it. If you guys are new here, like I said, my name's AJ Bodie. Please hit the subscribe button. We're at 82 subs and we're only like 114 videos in. You know, I'm trying to get to like 1,000 subs in 40 hours, or was it 400 hours of watch time? I can't remember, but you know, just bro, hit the like and subscribe button. Just do it and watch my content, and comment down below if you guys have trauma or PTSD, and let's just get into it. But actually, hold on. If you guys are new here, there's been a constant or a reoccurring content on my channel, and that content is ranting. I've deleted my cold approach videos because they're cringy as fuck. Also, I don't want my girlfriend finding them, so I deleted it. Or I didn't delete them, but they're private. But anyways, new video, you know, just in case she does somehow stumble across those videos, she's gonna question me what the fuck I'm doing. Anyway, because she was in one of them. But anyway, let's just get into the video. So, how many people here have broken up or been broken up with your partner? How many of you guys? Raise your hand. Jimmy? Yeah. Timmy? Timmy's new. Timmy's new to the game. Uncle Martin? Uncle Martin's been through it. Nancy Drew? She dead. Scooby Doo? What the fuck? Alright. So, everyone's been through or have been through a breakup, or they've been broken up with, or they broke up with somebody, but it's a breakup nonetheless. So how do you deal with that? If you know what it feels like to be, let's just start with being broken up with, the pain or the thought of not being good enough for somebody is worse than actually being broken up with. You're gonna be like, what do you mean? So if you were to be broken up with somebody that you didn't really care about, they broke up with you, it's like, okay, I don't really care. And you're actually really, really, really in tune with yourself, and you're stable with your mental, and you have self-worth, and you know you're comfortable with being by yourself, there's no problem. Now let's reverse that scenario, or change that scenario where you're not okay with yourself. You got mental problems, you have self-worth issues, you have low self-esteem. If someone that you don't care about breaks up with you, right, you're gonna be like, what did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Please, I love you. Cracked lips. Anyway, you're gonna be like, what did I do wrong? I didn't. If I did something wrong, you can tell me. But look, you didn't do nothing wrong. They just didn't have feelings for you anymore. You gotta move on. Now, what about when you did love her? When you did love them, and you're not okay with yourself. You have low self-esteem. I feel like everybody has a bit of low self-esteem until they finally realize that what their self-worth is way more important than what anybody ever thinks about you, right? So a couple a few months back, maybe almost like 6 months, 7 months ago, I got out of a situationship. What is a situationship? Basically, it's like no label. We're just, fucking around, see how it goes. And it's all of the romantic benefits. It's all of like basically boyfriend and girlfriend, but you have no label. And it's just unannounced. It's like, oh, what are we? I don't want to talk about it right now. I don't want to talk about that. But basically, I was at a very low point in my life. I was working in a warehouse, and the girl that I was seeing, the situationship number 2 girl, she broke it off with me because I was being a dick to her. And you're like, why would you being a dick to her? Because she was kind of like, she gave me the impression that she was kind of like a hoe. But at the same time, it's like her friend was telling me things, and I was like, are you sure about this? Because like she seems pretty sweet. And she was like, nah, she looks sweet, but she just plays with boys' emotions. And I was like, fuck, I'm a boy. So then I was like, nah, fuck that. And she was like, she was getting out of a relationship with their ex and everything. And I was just thinking to myself, she's still not over him. She was literally crying about him with me. And I was like, okay, well, this isn't gonna work. And she kept on coming and asking me like, hey, do you want to hang out? What plans you got? And I was just like, I'm busy, right? And finally, she just had enough, and she was like, no, I'm done with this shit. So then she moved on. And I work with her, by the way. So she moves on, and I'm just thinking, she'll come back. She never came back. So I finally had to ask her, like, 20 days of not talking, 25 days of not talking. I texted her like, hey, do you want to come hiking with me? And instantly I knew, in the text message, I instantly knew that something was up, because usually she'd be like, I'd be like, hey, and she was like, oh, AJ, what's up? It was just like, what's up? Just from the tone. You know how a girl texted you, just, hey, versus, hey, you can tell instantly that there's something wrong. And I was like, fuck. I was like, hey, you want to come hiking with me? Didn't text back. It's like, fuck. And then I just didn't talk to her about it. And she didn't talk to me. And then 20 days goes by, and it's like, hey, call her up. I'm like, hey, we good? She's like, eh. She's like, okay, let's talk about this. You work tomorrow? I was like, yeah. I can't remember if I said, do you work tomorrow, or she said, do you work tomorrow? And I was like, okay, yeah, let's talk tomorrow, I guess. Tomorrow rolls around, we work together in the morning, and I'm like, hey, you busy? She's like, no, not really. I'm like, hey, can we talk? She's like, can't we wait? And it's like, no, I can't wait, let's talk. So we talk. Basically, she told me she wants someone to like actually put in a lot of time and investment into her. And I was like, nah, I'm not gonna do that. And she was like, well, I'm not gonna do this then. And I was like, fuck, okay. And me being the kind of guy that I was at the time, like I don't want a relationship or anything like that. I was like, okay, it's fair enough. But, the days and the weeks and the months, they rolled by. And I was just thinking how much of an idiot I was to let her go. And that's that FOMO espresso, That's that I'm missing out on an opportunity that could have been great. And for what it was worth, that's the thing right there. She had enough respect to end it when she felt disrespected, right? But she didn't think to talk about it with me. She just she never said, hey, let's talk about it. She just vanished. It was like she vanished. Like if we didn't work together, I would have never saw her again. But that's the thing right there. The time that I spent with her, the 1 month that we dated casually, it was good. It was great. Like I knew that she was falling for me. Everything was going according to plan. Not that there was much of a plan, but you know, I just kind of pick up on these things. I did have a plan going into it. I kind of knew that she wanted to, you know, fuck. And I was like, I'm cool with that. But at the time, I was like in a different state of mind, or a different headspace, you know? I needed to make money. I was in a warehouse working like 60, 70 hours a week. Even like 60, 70 hours a week, that's nothing. Well, the commute time was terrible, so it was more like 80 or 90. Wasn't getting any sleep. I go on a long vacation, I hang out with her 11 times in 1 month, believe it or not. Everything was great. It was great. And then, you know, she starts freaking out over her ex, and I'm like, okay, well, fuck it. And, you know, her friend tells me a little bit about her, and I'm like, okay, fuck it. I'm just not gonna do this. I think I did have feelings for her, but at the same time, I remember when I was in the car with her and we were being very intimate with each other. Like, she said something that made me realize something. She said, "Why are you so far away?" And I said, or I thought, why am I so far away? And I literally felt so far from her. Like I was not connecting with her at all. Like I was in my own head. And I wasn't in the moment. I wasn't thinking in the moment. And you're gonna be like, why weren't you thinking in the moment? Was the moment not good? The moment was great. The moment was great. She knew all the right moves. She did all the right things. She knew how to, like she knows how to perform, you know? Just like how every girl does. Well, most. And it's not that the moment wasn't great. It's the fact that I couldn't appreciate the moment in that moment due to the fact that I was thinking about work. I was thinking, I'm tired, I want to go home and I want to sleep. I'm going to have to get up early tomorrow. I'm going to have to work. I'm going to have to, how am I going to make money? And the anxiety from working and not getting any sleep and like not being able to just manage my life properly due to the fact of working so much and the commute time, and then not eating properly, and then not getting any vitamin D because I was working in a warehouse, and then I was working indoors for most of the workday, which was about 13 to 15 hours. And I was just thinking to myself, I get like 6 to 8 hours of sleep, but I do biphasic sleep, so it's just not gonna work. And I was like, I'm so close to my goal, but she kept on making me pay for shit. And me personally, I enjoy paying for dates and shit. I do that now with my girlfriend because I don't have to worry about money right now. But I was just thinking to myself, fuck, like she's really ruining my plan here. And that's another thing too, is that she was really fucking my finances up. Or it wasn't really putting a dent in it, but I was just like, you know how you have a goal and you're just like, fuck, you're dead set on that fucking goal? And you're just like, fuck me, if I don't fucking get this goal because of you, I'm gonna hate you. I'm gonna resent you if I don't get to this goal like how I plan to. And then, so she said that, and I realized that I was not in the moment, and it showed because I didn't know how to. After that, I was just thinking to myself, man, there's so much like anxiety and shit, and like I don't know how to like, I don't know how to perform anymore. I was just like, fuck, I'm in my own head now, and now I'm just thinking about what I could say to her, right? And now I'm thinking to myself, this is bullshit, because like I never had this problem before when I was talking to her, and now I do. And now I'm starting to catch feelings for it. I remember she was probably losing feelings, and I was probably gaining. Or I was probably, my feelings for her were growing. And I was like, hey, let me give you a hug. Don't ever say that to a fucking woman. Don't ever say, hey, let me give you a hug. Stupid shit. Don't do that. If you want to give her a hug, give her a fucking hug. Sneak up behind her, boom. But she always had her fucking guard up. And let's just say that I wasn't really in my masculine aura, if you will, in my masculine, thingy, my masculine whatever, because when I'm at work, I feel like a cuck. I'm not even gonna lie. And you can be like, what are you talking about? When you're at work, you have to listen to people. If you say one wrong thing, you could get written up, you get fired. If you say fuck you to your managers, you can get sent home. It's fucking bullshit. But the thing is, I couldn't really say much to her. I couldn't tell her a lot. And I also couldn't risk being a masculine guy. You can be like, what are you talking about right now? Hit the like button and I'll tell you. Go ahead. Oh wait. Hit the subscribe. You hit subscribe? You subscribe? Okay, cool. Okay, so you know masculine men, they take a lot of risks. So what I like to do whenever I'm on a date with a girl that has a car, because I drive a motorcycle and I'm not getting a car for financial reasons, but what I like to do when I'm on a date with a girl that has a car, I like to pick her up from the driving seat, right? And throw her to the passenger seat. And I'm like, bitch, I'm driving now. And that really turns them on. That's like, it just shows them like how much power you have over them, or how much power you can present over them. And that really turns them on for some reason. Psychology of women. But I couldn't do that with her because I was afraid that I was going to get in trouble. And if I did something like disrespectful to her, she was going to, I guess, expose me over at work. And then I was like, okay, I'm fucked. Because I had issues in the past where I dated some other coworker. That's why you never date your coworkers. But, you know, if you want to take the risk, go ahead. Builds resilience, I guess. But trauma as well, and PTSD. So it's up to you if you want to take the risk. Okay. Anyway, so yeah, I just really couldn't be in my masculine, or I couldn't have masculine ways. I was kind of being a bit feminine, and not feminine, but just a little bit, I was oppressing my masculine side. Cause you know, like masculine, I wasn't being a doer, I was just being a hesitator, you know? I was being a don'ter. But anyway, she picked up on that, and she was probably wondering like, what the fuck? Also, that's another thing too. I would hesitate to pay for the dates. Girls don't like when you do that. I would hesitate, or not hesitate, but I wouldn't plan the dates. I would be like, you plan, and she wouldn't like that either. Girls want you to take charge of them. They want you to represent. They want you to take the initiative to like be like, fuck no, we're not doing that, we're going here. And I just didn't want to do that because again, I was not in the moment. I was not thinking in the moment. So I get my heart broken and I'm like, fuck, now what? What do I do? Because she literally told me there was a connection there. She felt a connection. She was like, did you feel it too? And I was like, fuck me, I felt it, yeah. And then I was like, no, I didn't feel it. And I was like, yeah, But you know, I really did. And I told her that. And It was too late though. It was too late though, because it was already too late when I told her. I told her afterwards. Didn't work out. Anyways, for the longest time, every time that I would see her, right, I would just kind of bow my head a bit, you know? And I felt terrible about myself. I felt like sometimes when I went to work, I just didn't want to go to work anymore. I didn't want to wake up and go to work, and it felt like I was in my own head, and it felt, if I can explain it correctly, it felt like I had vertigo. The whole department was fucking spinning, and the room was spinning, and I felt low to the ground, and I felt like I wanted to throw up. And that was every single day for like the next 3-4 months, and I kept on trying to get her back. I kept on trying and trying and trying. And you'll do that when you go through a breakup, that someone broke up with you because you don't feel good enough. And it just didn't work. Like, I sent her text messages. I bought her like a drink to show her how much I cared, because I was like, you know, I genuinely care about you, right? And she was like, I found that very hard to believe. You know, it just didn't work. And I calmed down. I was like, okay. But then I sent her a text, a very long text, which you should never do, a whole book, if you will, just about like how I apologize. I was apologizing to her, like, hey, I'm sorry that I did this, sorry I did that, and like I want to try again, but I know that you're still healing from your ex. And on paper, that sounds really good, right? But when you read it out loud, it's like, hey, I'm looking for like sympathy, can you take me back, type shit. And I should have just said, hey, I'm sorry for not comforting you when you really needed it, when you were really hurting. But again, you should just send nothing. Just don't send anything. If you want to tell her something, tell her in person. Don't be a fucking pussy like how I was. But I basically sent, like, she was crying in the car. And I literally said, I think you should drive me home. Just drive me home, it's fine. Like, that was not the good move at all. I should have comforted her. But I was in my, I don't want to deal with this bullshit era, you know? I didn't want to date anybody. I didn't want to get close to anybody. I just wanted to grind. I just wanted to make money. And, you know, it took a toll on my mental health. It took a toll on my social and romantic relationships. It just took a toll on everything. Anyway, I got a lot of PTSD from that. And the way I kind of worked on it is I just felt it all. I just literally sat down every single day for the vacation days that I had, and I literally just felt it. And there would be times where I literally felt like, what is the point of living? And then I'd have suicidal thoughts. And I'd be like, what is the point of living? And I literally felt like grief in my heart. Like, it just wouldn't let go. And it was so bad. There are videos on my channel of me literally laying in bed. It may look like I was okay, but I really wasn't okay. I really wanted to just jump off a bridge or something. Of course, I would never do that because, look, I got too much vigor, you know? But, what did you say? Vinegar? Vigor. It was a spider. Anyways, let me wrap this video up. If you want to heal your PTSD, you just need to feel it all. Just think about everything. Don't try to reason with yourself. Don't try to think about what you could do differently. Just feel it. That's it. That's literally all you need to do. Just feel it. If you guys are wondering what happened with the girl, we still work together, but she's dating somebody new. And she was acting a bit distant. Like, we were getting on to like a really good, like, okay, we're still like acquaintances at work, so we can just talk to each other, it's fine. No awkwardness here, right? And then she started acting distant because I was still not over her. I'm still not over her, but she was acting distant because I was trying to like do subtle romantic things, and that was not good. Like, I would be like, hey, she'd be like, you want a piece of gum? And I would be like, And she'd be like, it's right here if you want it. And then she was eating like fruits, and I was like, she was like, you want some fruit? And I was like, she was like, right here if you want it. Then my coworker brought some food, and I was like crossing stuff off the production list, right? And she was just right there, you know, and she hands me this beef thing, stew with bread or something. I'm like, she probably doesn't want me to do that. So, because it was really close to my mouth, but I was like, okay, she probably doesn't want me to do that. Take it, eat it. Next one, she puts it even closer. I'm just like, okay. So I eat it, and she does it again. I'm like, it's probably a mistake. It's not. She did it again. But she only did that. She only shows signs of affection and like shit like that when we're alone, when nobody else can see us. But yeah. But you know, she only did that after I posted my girlfriend on my story. It's crazy how pre-selection works. What is pre-selection? Basically, when you have a lot of women, beautiful women around you, it can only work if they're beautiful. If they're fat and ugly, it's not gonna work. But when you have a lot of beautiful women around you and they all sort of like you, then more women get attracted to you. No women equals no pussy. You understand? No. One second. No. Anyway. Yeah, she just, I don't know. I think she still has Paquito feelings for me, but I have no idea what that girl is thinking. Because she's already with someone else, right? But again, just because someone has a boyfriend, just because someone has a girlfriend, does not mean that they're over you. Does not mean that you don't still have a chance, you know? That doesn't mean, oh, please take me back, even when they have a boyfriend. No, just wait, just leave it alone. Just let them go. Just leave it alone. Go get a new girlfriend. Go get a new boyfriend. Just leave it alone. Seriously, trust me when I say that, just leave it alone. Okay, one last thing. I don't know if she did this on purpose or not. She comes in with some hickeys on her neck. Then I'm like, okay, she can play at that game. I come in with hickeys on my neck. She's like, okay. She comes in with her boyfriend. She never did that before. I'm like, okay. Post that shit on my story. She's like, okay. And then she just stopped. But she's also on vacation right now, so I have no idea. I don't know what's gonna happen. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it insightful. I hope you found it, you know, more entertaining than the last and the last and last and last. If you guys been in the same situation where your ex is like, or your ex situationship, whatever, is like doing this shit to you, doing you dirty. She's not really doing me dirty, but if you're in the situation, let me know. If you ever dated a coworker and you're like, fuck. If you ever had PTSD and you're like, man, I want to deal with this. Let me know in the description. I mean, let me know if you want me to put my course in the description, you know, below, and you can click on it and you can join for only $9.99 a month. I'm just kidding, I don't have that shit, not yet. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure you hit the subscribe button. Again, thank you for 82 subs. I really do appreciate it. Y'all mean the world to me. 82 subs. I never thought that I would get to 82 subs. I didn't even think I could do this, but believe in yourself, you know what I'm saying? Believe it. Anyways, hit the like button and, you know, comment, all that good stuff. And I hope you guys, you know, don't have to go through the same situations that I do. But then again, if you don't, you won't really grow. But again, you can avoid trauma at all costs, but it's still gonna come to you no matter what. So, yeah. But again, you could work on that. Whenever you get trauma, work on it. It goes away. More trauma comes, work on it, it goes away. Anyways, that's it. See you in the next one, I guess. And as always, you have a blessed day. Peace.